My name is Second Deputy Chief Woody, Detroit Police Department. And I just want to take an opportunity to thank everybody for making it out today for this very prestigious and amazing announcement. Uh, Project Greenlight Detroit has been a revolutionary program for the city of Detroit that continues to build partnerships in safe neighborhoods throughout the city of Detroit. I'm going to forego a very long introduction and introduce our esteemed Honorable Mayor, Mike Duggan.
All right. Well, today is a day to thank Comcast for a partnership that I think is going to turbocharge the Greenlight project. Since Chief Craig and the police department introduced this in January, we now have 43 businesses in the city of Detroit that are live, and everybody here understands how it works. Right? The business pays to put in the camera system, the internet connection. It is transmitted live to police headquarters where it's monitored, and the police department has a unit of 40 individuals that monitors the Greenlight businesses 24 hours a day. We have seen violent crime cut in half at the Greenlight stations. But the problem has been we don't have nearly enough businesses signed up, and the violence level in this city is unacceptable. And we know we're not going to change it by doing the same things we were doing 5 or 10 or 20 years ago. And I just sketched out some notes just looking at the police reports from the last week. Last night at 11 o'clock at a BP on Connor on the east side, a couple got carjacked, stopped at a gas station. On Tuesday in the parking lot of a pharmacy on the west side, we had a shooting. On Saturday, we had another individual shot at a parking lot on a liquor store on the east side. Last Thursday, another east side liquor store parking lot was the subject of a shooting. And of course, Wednesday of last week, we had the owner of a Coney Island murdered in his restaurant. We know that many of these incidents can be prevented with the Greenlight project. And the problem has been, as we have approached businesses across this city, they say to us it's $4,000 to $6,000 to put in the camera systems and start the project. And for a number of small businesses, they felt they couldn't afford that amount of money at one time. And as a result, the customers, and in many cases the employees of these businesses, can be put in jeopardy. And so we approached Comcast and said we have two issues. One is we need to have connectivity at every business in this city, and Tim Collins was enormously responsive. And then when I shared with them the problem we were having, Comcast came forward, and Tim's going to get a chance to talk about this, but it's been remarkable leadership from a company in this town. And they are now offering a product where if you pay $1,000 down, basically for $140 a month, if you've already got internet service, for $140 a month, they'll install the cameras, maintain the cameras, and provide you the storage. And as far as I'm concerned, just about every operating business in this city should be willing to spend $140 a month to keep their customers safe coming and going. And so the Comcast sales staff has started privately going around to businesses and offering this product, and I understand there's another 50 customers. They've already gotten the pipeline just in the last week or so. And so Chief Craig and his team can tell you about the many instances, but it's remarkable. I'll just share one that I saw from you watching on the cameras. We love watching this video, but we had an incident a few months ago where somebody was filling up with gas, somebody else came up and handed an item under a handkerchief to a person in the other car, which our officer at headquarters said, it looks to me like he gave him a gun. They radioed the nearest patrol car. The patrol car made a stop of that person as they were leaving the gas station, and it was a felon who had an illegal weapon, and we made an arrest on the spot. All right? So it isn't just capturing a crime that's obvious. With the virtual patrol being done by headquarters, we have the ability to catch all sorts of crimes. This is the next generation of violence reduction. And so you're going to get a chance to hear from Mo, who can tell you about the effect on his station here. and a chance to hear from Comcast, who's been a wonderful corporate partner. But with that, I'll turn it over to the person who originally came up with the idea of green lights, our great police chief, James Craig.
Thank you, thank you. What a great day. A small idea, and I mean small. So arriving here to Detroit, police chiefs are always looking for opportunities on how we can reduce crime, not always with more police officers. And so I started looking at the blue light in downtown Detroit, and I wanted to understand the benefits of the blue light. Downtown Detroit, midtown, blue lights. And so I started talking with my staff, and I said, wouldn't it be nice if we could replicate a similar idea in the neighborhoods? There's so much talk about the neighborhoods. I said, but let's call it the green light. Let's identify and work with owners who have had problem locations, who want a partnership with us to eradicate violence, and those locations will be viewed as safe havens. So we did that. And while the small idea was just that, and so certainly under the leadership of the mayor and talking about the vision of a real-time crime center, as the mayor likes to say, let's just make it happen. And that was the birth of taking this to the next level. And I got to tell you something. This has grown beyond my imagination. I certainly want to thank Comcast for embracing this vision. And this is a vision that's not just about Detroit. We have police departments and cities and other municipalities calling us weekly, saying, we want to know about green light, we want green light. As the mayor pointed out, we have seen a 50% reduction at green light locations. And let's talk about our gracious host, Mo, who has 14 stations across this city, giving job opportunities to Detroiters, but who has also embraced the vision. Right now, he has 2 online green light stations, 2 in the pipeline, and he told me before my remarks, he says, you know what, Chief? I want all of my 14 locations to be green light locations. All right. Isn't that wonderful? So I'm excited, and certainly I'm looking forward to the next evolution of this, because believe me, this is about change. We're embracing change, and I just want to say the last thing, not to forget about our community, our stakeholders. You are making a difference in our fight to eradicate violence, so thank you for that. Thank you. And so with that, I think Tim Collins is...
Thank you, Chief. Thank you, Mr. Mayor. It's a pleasure to be here today and to talk about Comcast collaboration with the City of Detroit and its police department in support of this very important program. Comcast is uniquely positioned to support and expand Project Greenlight. We've been operating in this city since 1994. We literally spend millions of dollars every year expanding our network and making it more reliable and more powerful, to the point that sitting here today, we have a network that spans across the city. We already serve thousands of businesses inside the city of Detroit, and we can provide a highly reliable internet service that's necessary to make Project Greenlight successful. We're also uniquely well positioned to support this product because we have a very large local presence here. Comcast employs 4,000 Michiganders. More than 2/3 of them are in Metro Detroit. Hundreds of our employees live inside the city limits. So we have the people here and the network and the presence here to maintain that network, to support our customers. And it also means we have a vested interest in supporting the city's resurgence and the safety and security of its businesses and its residents. We live here, we work here, we have family who live here, we come in for the games and the restaurants and everything else, so we have a vested interest in the city's success. And that's why we are so thrilled with this opportunity to support Project Greenlight. In particular, we're here to, we think there are 2 things that Comcast can uniquely bring to the table. First, we can serve as a one-stop shop to educate customers about the potential benefits of Project Greenlight, to sell them both the cameras and the internet service, to install those, and then to support the cameras and the internet service over time. We're going to support this product with our marketing weight. We've got our sales force working out of our Midtown sales office, already geared up to sell the product. And we're already scheduling events with local business groups to bring them in, demonstrate it in our sales office where we've set up Greenlight cameras, and really walk them through the benefits and help them understand. So that's point number one. Point number two, as the mayor alluded to, we can bring our size and our scope and our scale to dramatically reduce the cost, the upfront cost, to enable a gas station or business with Project Greenlight, and to bring down the monthly cost to a very manageable $140 a month. And that covers both the cameras, the ongoing support of the product, and the cloud storage, 30 days active cloud storage for every camera on the premises. So we think we're well positioned. We think this will be a real boon for Project Greenlight. We're very optimistic about how this product's going to go. So again, we're thrilled to be here. We're thrilled with the partnership with the city, with the police department, and we're very anxious to get going and get this product launched and really make Project Greenlight a great success and a real boon for the city of Detroit. Thank you.
Thank you, Tim. So what you're hearing so far is the basic rundown of how Project Greenlight Detroit is affecting the community and the businesses that's going on behind the scenes. But I think what's important here is that we take a listen to the actual business owners themselves. Business owners like Mo Rustam, who owns several stations throughout the city, employs Detroiters, and what this actually means for them. Mo, would you like to come up, please?
All right. Yeah, I just want to tell thank you to Mayor Duggan and Chief. They're doing an excellent job. I've been in the city for 20 years, and they're doing an excellent job. And I've never seen city like this coming back up like the way it's coming up right now. And since we got a green light, our crimes went down like crazy at the stations. My employees are safe. My customers are safe. $140 is not worth my. It's not a lot. It's very important to me is like my customers, my employees, and $140 is nothing. And I just want all my fellow business owners in the city, please get this green light. As soon as you get this, you're gonna wake up in the morning, no calls, nothing happened to your place, and safe and sound. And since I got them, honestly, I don't even get calls no more. I don't have problem with the employees, hiring employees. Employees wanna work, because they're not scared to come to the city. And I just wanted to, I hope or not everybody get this idea and get it going. $140 is not worth it. Just get it going, $140. All right, thank you.
Man, a few words, but very profound nonetheless. Next person I'd like to bring up is Ahmed Jawad, another fine business owner here.
So I first off want to say thank you to Mayor Duggan and Chief Craig for allowing me to speak here today. The sheer fact that we stand here on the outside skirts of the city is a testament to Mayor Duggan and Chief Craig's commitment to making every part of the city safe again. So I first off wanted to thank them again for allowing me to speak here today. After graduating from the University of Michigan, I hesitated to come back to the city. My family owned and operated businesses in the city of Detroit for nearly 30 years now. It was a place that at times when we were younger, we were never allowed to visit our fathers at work or our uncles at work. And now, thanks to Greenlight, it's a place where we can take our families and our kids to our place of work. Greenlight is a program, is an initiative that at a high level glance is something that is very profound and will have impacts all over the city. It's innovative initiatives like this that will allow the city to come back to where it was once. At first, and much like Mayor Duggan alluded to, it was the 4,000 to 6,000 that kept us away from potentially enrolling into Greenlight. And thankfully, the partnership with Comcast has allowed for an affordable payment that not only it pays for the setup and the maintenance of the cameras, but is again another value add to our employees. Our employees feel safer at work, and it's important to understand what these businesses mean to the city. A gas station like this at times becomes a convenience store for the nearby families, and for the mother who sends their child to the gas station to grab a gallon of milk, she can feel safer now knowing that he will come back. So I want to again thank the Mayor Duggan and Chief Craig for allowing me to speak here today. I hope that that green light on top of that sign will be on many, many more signs in the city, and will continue to show the effects and prosper this city that's been hurting so badly. So thank you guys.
Thank you very much. I just would like to take a minute and acknowledge Councilwoman Janae Ayers. This is her district, and she is here. So thank you very much for showing up, ma'am. Appreciate you being here. So we've heard from the business owners, and I think it's fitting now at this time that we take a listen to the community and listen to see how this would impact their what they do here. So I would like to bring up Coach Mohammed, if you could please.
Good afternoon. I want to cover three subjects, three points of view. One is customer safety, which is public safety. Number two is affordability. And number three is community activism. Number one, public safety is important. These cameras are awesome. I've been down to the command station. I've been fortunate enough to have Chief Craig, his staff, and other members share the capability of these cameras. If you have a home camera, a high definition 75-inch TV, that's nothing. These cameras are on steroids. You can see the hairs on the face. You can see individuals who make a decision to take out a 90-year-old woman, children at a station, and not just stations. These things can be used in a number of places in our city. That enhances public safety, which brings me to point number two, affordability. Back in the 90s, I was, back then, I was a teenager. There was a World's Fair in Dallas, Texas. They gave you a digital watch for $1,200. These packages have been dropped down from $6,000 to $1,000 plus $140 a month. We're going to go lower. We got right? Who's the genius handling the affordability package? Raise your hand. Anyway, to make a long story short, the time for individuals who want to come into a safe zone and harm innocent citizens has come to a pass. Yes, finally, in my closing, I belong to a number of community advocate organizations. Why? If we don't do it, no one else will. We've watched the exchange of drugs. We've watched the exchange of or break-in of cars that park in the gas stations and businesses who have their life savings taken. We have public employees whose computers are stolen. To make a long story short, and in my conclusion, I just want to say I support this movement 100%, and God bless Comcast for joining in and making it affordable. Thank you very much.
All right. Well, Tim, it sounds like you have a potential chief of Greenlight sales here. That was fabulous. You go back a year or so, even farther than that, and one of the people who was first out front on this issue was Councilman Andre Spivey. He passed the first ordinance to require cameras at gas stations that were operating in the evenings that actually started us down the road. And Councilmember Janae Ayers has been a strong advocate of extending green light to every station in the city. And what we have said is we want to get the first 100 up and running. We want to work out the bugs. We want to get it affordable. And then we'll consider at that point extending the ordinance. But at this point, I'd like a chance for my two partners to speak. The man who adopted the original ordinance and his partner now, Councilmember Andre Spivey and Councilmember Janae Ayers.
Good afternoon, everyone. The mayor's correct. We passed the ordinance almost 2 years ago, And I wanted more teeth to the ordinance. And I went to the mayor's office and said, Mr. Mayor, I want to require every single business to have the green light. He said, wait a minute. He said, slow down. He said, the chief and I are working on a plan, a voluntary plan, to allow gas stations to come on board. And so I held back, and I'm glad I did, Mr. Mayor and Chief Craig, because we see tremendous growth in this program here. For Detroit's comeback, we cannot do it in silos. It takes the mayor, the council, DPD, our corporate partners, our small businesses, this example right here of that happening. And so as Muhammad said, you can see everything on anyone's person at these cameras here. And so this is an opportunity for us who don't run DPD, but we support DPD in the efforts to keep us safe here in the city of Detroit. And so I'm asking every single business in this city, do your part and to help us keep our city safe. Become part of the Green Light program before we make it mandatory. Becoming a part of the program. You're helping our city, and kudos to Comcast, a corporate partner doing their part, and want everyone to jump on board. And I'm glad to be a part, and glad to be my colleague, Janae Ayers, our citywide council member. Janae Ayers.
Thank you. All right. Well, I think everybody has said everything. Again, this is my district. I live in District 1, and so this is extremely important. But outside of just the partnerships and the things that it takes to make sure that Green Light is in our gas stations and in our other stores and things throughout the community, this is how we build a community. This is what it looks like. All of us coming together, buying into something, and then making sure that the businesses that we patronize, we demand that they keep our communities safe. If you're going to be here, then you need to be a part of the efforts in order to keep our communities safe and make them safer. So I just want to thank Comcast again. Thank you to all of our partners that are in Green Light. Thank you to the mayor, and thank you to all of you, because I know that when you go out and you don't see a green light sign in a place, that might make you think twice about spending your money there before you go in. So let's continue to do that. Let's make that our message, that you don't get our dollars, you don't get our green until you get a green light. So thank you.
All right. That should be the slogan. You know what? That's the new slogan.
We've been talking about a radio campaign, and Janae, I think, Tim, what do you think? We might want to use that. You don't get our green till you get a green light. All right, so in another week, Chief Craig and I will take credit for that. Anybody have any questions? Go ahead, John.
How does one sign up to get the green light?
All right, so Tim, you want to answer?
The city has a website, www.greenlightdetroit.org, that you can sign up. And then, like I said, there's going to be a radio ad campaign, a marketing campaign that will provide many other avenues. But you could start there and go from there.
Or you can call Comcast directly.
That's right.
Or you can call Comcast directly. So your local precinct, our website, call Comcast directly, and they will come out, get you wired, and get you online. Any other questions? Right. Yeah, so I'd like to see us get to 100 by the end of the year, and it's a logistical thing. You got to get installers to come out, you got to get your capacity and the like. But I would like to see us get to 100 by the end of the year. I know that's not a lot of time, but every time one of these pops up, it causes customers to go into the business across the street and say, hey, how come you don't have a green light like the other business? And I promised Councilman Spivey, as soon as we hit 100, I'm going to be fully supportive of his mandatory program. I just didn't want to impose regulations on business till we had worked out the bugs and we can honestly say to them, we know this works really well, and we're getting very close to that point. So we're going to see if we can scale to 100, and then we have Assistant Chief White here, but he's going to have his full-blown real-time crime center built out when?
By the end of the year.
So by the end of the year. So right now they're operating in a relatively confined area with a whole lot of monitors, but we're building them one of the great real-time crime centers in America that's going to be live by the end of the year. So we got to build up our internal capacity at the same time we build up the installation capacity.
You're looking for all types of businesses.
Every business. So today we've got a bar, Starter's Bar over in Plymouth, signed up. Mike's Market, grocery store at 7 in Livernois. We've got liquor stores. We've got pharmacies. We've got several McDonald's. We've got a lot of gas stations. We've got some Coney Islands. But I would say to you, if you receive customers at your business after dark, you ought to be a green light business. And last week I had a couple of landlords come to me saying, can we do this for our apartment parking lots? And so we're going to start extending now to apartment buildings because they want to keep their tenants and their guests safe. So this is expanding beyond anything that Chief Craig and I really envisioned in the first place. Yeah. So do you have any church in particular? All right. All right. So Pastor Simmons may have the first church. And of course, you got Bible studies in the evenings and a lot of other things. Makes a lot of sense. But I'm pretty sure you will be the first church, won't he, Malak? Yeah, okay. All right. Brightmore up. All right. Any other questions? Yes, sir. I'd like to have that day, but right now, criminals, for the most part, are making risk-reward decisions every day. And we've seen it. We've seen some of the worst crime centers in this city. We've seen the crime drop dramatically when the green light went in. We also have seen it in cases move a half a mile up the street to the gas station that doesn't have the green light. But I will say this. As of today, carjackings in this city are down 35% from a year ago. 135 fewer carjackings. It is no doubt that green light has had a significant effect. And so right now, we really believe that if we can extend this across the city, you'll see people of this city benefit tremendously. Anything else, Chief? Anything else you want to add?
Yeah, just one last thing. I did want to acknowledge Ty Bettison out of my office, Chief's neighborhood liaison, but also the 8th Precinct, Commander Pritchett, and of course, not last, not least, all of our neighborhood police officers who are here, who have done a wonderful job. One of the things about this green light effort, our neighborhood police officers, and I call myself a neighborhood police officer as well, we go in to the green light locations and we sign a little book just to let folks know that we're checking, we're here, and so that's an added bonus. And not to mention our virtual patrols, that when we're scanning, if we know that we have a problem, say here at Telegraph, of street robberies, during a certain day of the week, time, in a very predictive way, we scan the area looking for suspects that have been described in criminal offenses. So this is only the beginning. The next evolution. Change is here.
All right. Thank you. All right. Thank you all very much.